You know, I've been talking about politics for a really long time, but this right here, this has to be the most anti-American Congresswoman that I have ever seen in my lifetime, and I'm pretty sure you're going to feel the same way.
My leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been. So take your vote or not. I am here to stay, and I am here to be a voice against harms around the world and advocate for a better world. I yield back.
And yes, that's the woman I speak of, Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman from Minnesota. And Minnesota happens to be the state where Tim Walz is the governor. You remember him, Kamala Harris's running mate. So I'm not surprised that Ilhan Omar is the way she is and speaks the way she does. She's been removed from the House Foreign Services Committee mainly because her anti-Semitism. She doesn't like the Jewish people. She claims she's never said anything bad, but everyone in that House chamber knows she's anti-Semitic. This woman is a U.S. Congresswoman. She hates all Americans. As a matter of fact, on 9/11, when the United States was attacked by terrorists, Ilhan Omar said, "Some people did a thing." Some people did a thing. We were attacked by Islamic terrorists hijacking airplanes. And according to Ilhan Omar, some people did a thing. This is the woman that people in Minnesota continue to vote for. They put her back in Congress. And you heard her say, if she's not on that committee, her voice is only going to get louder. Her leadership will be celebrated around the world. Why would anyone in their right mind support the racism that comes out of this woman's mouth? She got to a point where she is so anti-American. This is what she had to say about the American people after Donald Trump got reelected.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump presidency again?
So more than 70 million Americans, according to Omar, are idiots. And she cannot have an intellectual conversation with any of them. Not only her colleagues in Congress, but the American people as a whole. We are all idiots. Donald Trump won this election by a landslide. He received over 70 million votes. But Omar's not happy because she couldn't have her racial backing from Kamala Harris, because we all know Kamala Harris is similar to Ilhan Omar. Everybody needs a chance, the marginalized community, the LGBTQ. But don't mention Jews around Ilhan Omar because, again, she's anti-Semitic. This woman, if anyone, in Congress needs to be somehow removed, not only from a committee, but from Congress in general. It's my opinion that she's a threat to the United States of America for her stance on certain things, specifically the 9/11 attacks on our country. What are people in Minnesota thinking when they go into a voting booth and cross off her name, check off her name, pull a lever, whatever kind of voting booths they use? What are you thinking? Your own governor let your state burn during the St. George Floyd riots. Ilhan Omar is talking badly about the American people. Again, I'll say it, over 70 million American people who voted to put Donald Trump back in the White House. But we're idiots. She can't have an intellectual conversation with us because she's a genius. She's the wonderful savior of the Democratic Party. And any of her Democrat colleagues who support her racism, her hateful rhetoric, should be removed from Congress also. This is the problem in our country today. Politicians like this who come here from another country and try to turn our great country into the hellhole they came from. It's not going to happen, certainly not under Donald Trump's watch. Ilhan Omar is a racist. She hates the Jewish people, and now she's telling us she hates the American people because we chose to put Donald Trump back in the White House. Ilhan Omar, she needs to be removed from Congress immediately, not just removed from the Foreign Services Committee, because she, again, in my opinion, is a threat to the United States.